What we're attempting to do here tonight is to show you how to change out the A-arms on a Midsize Ranger Crew 500. I had a catastrophic A-arm failure while on the trail, so my rig's a little bit muddy, but I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways. It's actually really simple once you know what to do. Start by comparing the different A-arms. These are the rear A-arms made by Backwoods Armor. They're the arch rear A-arms, so not only are they a lot stronger, as you can see there, but they also have an arch to them, which is going to give you more ground clearance. Once again, factory A-arm, Backwoods Armor, arched A-arm. It's got the sport going across here. I mean, this is a beefy A-arm compared to this factory one here. That's the rear. And then here are the fronts. Same thing. Look, I mean, incredible difference on this thing. Look up here at the end. This is where I had the problem with this side over here, and I'll get to that in a minute. But on the Backwoods Armor, you can see it's just built to withstand a lot more abuse. This is the first time I've worked with this company, and they did a fantastic job as far as communicating with me, manufacturing. They powder coated them at no extra cost, whatever color you want. I chose the olive drab just because, you know, I didn't need some red things sticking out. But anyways, that's up to you. Your choice. Do whatever you want to do. One thing I wondered is, what is the actual difference? You know, what am I going to notice on these things here? This is one side I've already done in the rear, and then this is the stock side here. Not only is this thing that much beefier, but you can notice how much more ground clearance it's going to give you there through the middle. I know a lot of times when you're going through ruts, you know, this little part right here is the part that's going to get hung up on the dirt that's left up there, or the mud, or the leaves, or sticks, or whatever it might be. So by giving you that extra ground clearance, it's going to give you less drag and more ability to go places that you couldn't go before. All right, as I said, I had a catastrophic A-arm failure there. You can see the end here where it broke off from both of the A-arms while riding. Not a good time. But down here, this little nut, there's a cotter pin in there you take out, you screw the nut down, and you get your handy-dandy ball joint removing fork here, the pickle fork. Stick it in there. You got to give it a couple good pounds. I don't know how this is going to work being this thing's all loose here, but I guess we'll just have to do it and see what happens and play it by ear. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll carry on to the next part. All right, we got our bolt out of the bottom down here. Next, we're going to take this bolt right here out, and then we're going to take this bolt right here out. I found that when I did the other side, in order to get this big slide pin to slide out of there, sometimes taking that pry hammer and sticking it in there just on the edge of the bolt, you can pry a little bit and get it moving, pull it out, and these will drop straight down out of there. Alright, this is the part where the channel locks come in handy here. You got these sort of bushing things here that run halfway through, and this one runs halfway through, and there's a metal pin on the inside. I found that just using the channel locks on the outside right here, you can just grip it gently, twist it back and forth, and slide it out of both sides. Also, the grease fittings here, they do supply you with new ones. If for some reason you lose them or whatever, these grease fittings will fit into the new Backwoods Armor A-arms as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, I got my bushings back in, got my grease fittings in right there. You may need to use a rubber mallet to knock your little bushings all the way back in. Whatever you use, make sure you don't damage those things, because that's just going to cause you more problems in the future. Now that I got those in, I'm going to take the bolts to hold those on, grease those up a little bit, slide them in, tighten them down, and then we'll continue from there. See, we got our bolts in back here. We're all shored up. Put your little ball joint in the hole there. Then what you want to do is take a floor jack and jack up all the way to the vehicle here. Otherwise, when you go to put this nut on down here at the bottom, it's just gonna, your ball joint's just going to spin in circles. You're not going to go anywhere. But by putting the weight of the vehicle on that right there, it's going to hold that ball joint in place so you can tighten it down. Alright, I got it all done there. I had to move the jack out a little bit from the middle on this side to get it to get enough pressure on there, but this side's done. I'm going to slide the wheel back on and we're ready to go. And here's the front done. Got one new axle over here. I'm going to put a new one over here as well, just to be on the safe side. But that's what the A-arms look like on the front. Unfortunately, I don't have a comparison for what they look like before. With both, I have one with just the one because of the catastrophic A-arm failure I had on this side. But as you can see, that gives us quite a bit more clearance right there than what the factory A-arms give you. Plus, just the brute strength of these A-arms, I think, are going to withstand a lot more beating than the factory ones would. So, all right, we're getting ready to move to the back.